So, we'll begin our presentation starting with the introduction about this project. This project provides a comprehensive analysis of Malaysia economic environment using data from 2019 to 2021 by the Department of Statistics Malaysia. It focuses on labor market dynamics, international trade, inflationary trends, and demographic patterns. The goal is to offer insights for evidence-based policymaking, aiming to promote social stability, sustainable employment, and economic growth. This research is not just academic, but is intended to guide policymakers and stakeholders in fostering Malaysia's economic prosperity and resilience. The findings are expected to significantly contribute to shaping Malaysia's future in alignment with its national goals and citizen aspirations. As for the case background, the project utilized official data from the Department of Statistics Malaysia to comprehensively analyze Malaysia's demographic, economic, and employment status. The data is categorized into Malaysia, East Malaysia, Peninsula, and Wilayah. Key economic indicators from 2019 to 2021, including life expectancy, consumer price index, industrial product index, and trade trends, has been examined. Additionally, the analysis covers GDP, GNI, payment equivalent, and the Malaysian ringgit's value. In essence, the Theory Statistic Malaysia datasets serve as a foundation resource for the research on Malaysia's socio-economic status.
Problem statement. In the Malaysian socio-economic context, this project aims to analyze key indicators such as demographics, labor markets, inflation, trade, and economic performance. The objective is to systematically identify trends, disparities, and opportunities, providing a foundation for evidence based decision making. Targeted at policymakers, stakeholders, and researchers, the analysis seeks to contribute to inform policy development, fostering sustainable economic growth, employment stability, also societal well being. Through statistical analysis, this project illuminates avenues for enhancing economic resilience and prosperity by showcasing ways to improve the nation's economic performance.
Next is project objective. First objective is comprehensive data analysis, that is systematically analyze the diverse statistical dataset provided covering demographic, labor, economic, and trade indicator in Malaysia. Second objective is trend identification, that discern and identify inherent trends within the dataset to gain a nuanced understanding of the socio-economic dynamic in Malaysia.
Okay, next, for the scope, the first thing first, we have to analyze varied statistical data set to understand Malaysia's socio-economic dynamic systematically. For the second is we have to identify trend in demographic, labor, economic, and trade indicator. Third is conduct a time series analysis. And fourth, utilize W tools, which is we know as W is a powerful data visualization, and it's allow us to connect to various data source, analyze and explore data to create a graph to make a report. And we perform a SWOT analysis, and the lastly is develop a Gantt chart to outline a systematic timeline.
Next is analysis tool. We use W. What is W? W is an excellent data visualization and business intelligence tool used for reporting and analyzing vast volume of data. It helps users create different charts, graphs, maps, dashboard, and story for visualizing and analyzing data to help in making business decisions. W has a lot of unique exciting features that make it one of the most popular tools in business intelligence, which is BI. W features. W support powerful data discovery and exploration that enables users to answer important questions in seconds. No prior programming knowledge is needed. A user without relevant experience can start immediately with creating visualization using W. It can connect to several data resources that other BI tools do not support. W enables users to create reports by joining and blending different datasets. Next, we go to SWOT analysis. In SWOT, we have strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. First, we go to strength. In strength, we have 3 points, which is first, diverse economic base. The data indicates a broad range of export including high-tech electrical and electronic products, natural resources like palm oil and natural gas, which suggests a diverse economic base. Second point is stable inflation and industrial growth. The Consumer Price Index (CPI) and Index of Industrial Production (IIP) data show relative stability indicating controlled inflation and consistent industrial growth. Third point is labor force growth. An increasing labor force and employment numbers indicate a growing economy with potential to harness its human resources. Second is weakness. In weakness, we have 3 points, which is the first one is fluctuating trade balance. The balance of payments data reflect fluctuation in the current account, which could indicate vulnerability to external economic shocks. Second point is dependence on commodities. High reliance on commodities like palm oil and natural gas can be a weakness if global price fluctuated or if there is a shift towards alternative product. Third point is unemployment rates. Despite growth, the unemployment rate presents a challenge, especially if it doesn't decrease in line with labor force growth. The third is opportunity. The first point is technological advancement. The strong export of electrical and electronic products suggests an opportunity to invest further in technology and innovation to maintain competitive advantage. Second point is regional trade agreement. Malaysia can leverage its trade relationship to strengthen its position in regional markets, such as through the ASEAN Economic Community or RCEP. The third point is sustainable practice. As environmental concerns become more important globally, Malaysia has the opportunity to lead in sustainable production of its key commodities. And the last is threats. The first point is global economic uncertainty. Fluctuation in global market can affect Malaysia's export-oriented economy, particularly in the face of pandemics or geopolitical tension. The second point is commodity price volatility. Reliance on commodity export means that Malaysia is susceptible to price volatility, which can have significant impacts on its economy. And the third point is demographic challenge. While the current demographic data shows strength in the labor market, long-term trends such as aging populations can present future challenges for the labor force and healthcare system.
Next is data visualization. The first data is about the demographic and population trends by region, that is area. The bar chart illustrates population growth in different regions of Malaysia, including Semenanjung Malaysia, Sabah, Sarawak, Wilayah Persekutuan, and total Malaysia. Overall, Malaysia population increased from 32.4 million in 2020 to 32.7 million in 2022. Despite this growth, crude birth rates declined from 15.1 per thousand in 2019 to 13.5 per thousand in 2021, with further reduction in Sabah from 13.8 per 1,000 in 2019 to 12.1 per thousand in 2021. Despite population growth in Sabah, the unplanned birth rate decreased. Wilayah Persekutuan and total Malaysia also experienced population growth, reaching 1.852 million by 2022. The demographic indicators, including birth and death rate, indicating significant change in the population structure. Next, the second data is about the macroeconomic trend related to inflation, industrial growth, and employment in Malaysia, that is power. The horizontal bar chart illustrates that the matrix, that is energy use, measured by the labor force category, has demonstrated a consistent increase over the year, signifying potential economic growth. Specifically, the value rose by 16.45% in 2020, followed by a further increase of 16.58% in 2021, and a subsequent rise to 16.82% in 2022. It shows the labour market has shown positive sign with a growing workforce and decreasing unemployment. The Consumer Price Index indicates moderate and manageable inflation, while the Index of Industrial Production reflects a rebound in industrial activity, particularly in 2023.
So next is external trade. The side-by-side bar chart illustrates that the metric external trade measured by the external trade index and its major exports show significant growth over the 3 years. The export metric show a remarkable increasing from 10.62% in 2020 to 30.40% in 2021 and a whopping 16.74% in 2022. The growth was also higher in imports, half from 8.64% in 2020. The growth recorded increased from 10.66% in 2022 to 30.97% in 2022. Among the major export categories, electrical and electronic goods continue to expand and projected growth from 4.17% in 2020 to 4.92% in 2021 and 6.40% in 2022. So most rapidly was the big boom in gas, with growth increasing from 0.32% in 2020 to 0.41% in 2021 and 0.73% in 2022. Refined petroleum show notable growth, 0.58% in 2020, increased to 0.93% in 2021, and increased to 1.62% in 2022. In contrast, garments and textile change, increasing from 0.45% in 2020 to 0.65% in 2021, but decreasing to 0.27% in 2022. So together, the data highlights strong performance in external trade, with some export expressing notable increases. Other focus on dynamic and changing market condition. Okay, next, for production, the stack bar chart illustrates that the metric production measured by the stable trends were observed in logging and rubber areas, with little change over the years. So thus production decreased slightly from 0.02% in 2020 and 2021 to 0.01% in 2022. So, crude grain differed from 0.60% in 2020 to 0.15% in 2021 and decreased. So, moving to the GDP metric, there was a significant increase in GDP at current price, increasing from 10.96% in 2020 to 12.59% in 2021 and maintaining a positive growth rate of 1.46% in 2022. So in the year 2021 and 2022, they reached as much 12.31%. So the GDP growth rate at constant 2015 price show a moderate increase, reaching 0.34% by 2022. At current price, GNI rose sharply, rising from 11.32% in 2020 to 12.25% in 2021, and further to 14.16% in 2022. At current price, GNI per capita shown positive growth, increasing from 0.35% in 2020 to 0.38% in 2021, then to 0.43% in 2022. In terms of paid up amount, the current account balance remains stable at 0.48% from 2020 and 2021 onwards. From 2021 onwards, It's decreased from 0.45% 2022. Financial account were moved to positive value in 2021 from negative point zero from value negative 0.63% in 2021 and 0.110% in 2022. So decreased by negative 0.37% in 2020 to negative 0.43% in 2022. And overall, the data indicate positive growth in GNI with stability in output parameter and balance of payments. Next, for Malaysia Ringgit exchange, the stack bar chart illustrates that the metric for Ringgit Malaysia per unit of foreign currency and RM per 100 unit of foreign currency for the years 2020, 2021 and 2022 are displayed in stack bar graph across different currency. So, the US dollar show a favorable trend rising from 1.56% in 2020 to 1.72% in 2022 in terms of RM per unit of foreign currency. In contrast, there was a minor decline in the value of the euro and the pound sterling, with the former falling from 2.00% in 2020 to 1.77% in 2022, and the latter from 2.00% in 2020 to 2.02% in 2022. Over the period of 2020 to 2022, the Singapore dollar saw growth from 1.13% to 1.19%, while the Chinese yuan maintained a relatively steady value of 0.24%. So regarding RM per 100 unit, the value of the Japanese yen decreased from 1.46% in 2020 to 1.25% in 2022 in terms of foreign currency. The value of the Thai baht declined gradually between 2020 and 2022 from 4.99% to 4.67%. So during that time, the Indonesian rupiah stayed at 0.00%. The Hong Kong dollar, which was valued at 20.15% in 2020 and 20.89% in 2022, was one indicator of a notable rising trend.
So, for the conclusion, in conclusion, this work stands out as a significant effort to understand and classify Malaysian socio-economic policies and process. By providing a comprehensive analysis of key statistical indicators, this project aims to facilitate the evidence-based decision-making for policymakers, stakeholders, and researchers. The insights gained from this project are expected to contribute to the development of informed policies that support sustainable economic growth, business stability, and also improved social welfare in Malaysia foreign trade. Its economic growth indicators are commendable as they not only focus on highlighting current challenges and opportunities, but also seek to develop strategies for enhancing the country's economic vitality and prosperity. That's all from us, Group 4. Thank you.